Small island developing states contribute less than 1% of global emissions, but bear the most destructive effects of climate change. On the front lines of this crisis, these nations face irreversible impacts, where years of progress can be wiped out by this menace they did not create. In regions like the Caribbean, a single weather event can devastate an entire nation.
The impact is significant because one, we are small. Most of our countries are small. Two, we rely a lot on coastal resources, tourism. Our main means of income are impacted by climate change, agriculture, tourism. And so for us in the Caribbean, it is way more significant than the larger countries across the world. And thus it makes it much more important and urgent for us to deal with climate change adaptation and climate change mitigation as soon as possible.
Hurricane Beryl, which struck in 2024, was a harsh reminder of this vulnerability. This Category 5 storm tore through the Caribbean, leaving homes destroyed, power grids down, schools in ruins, and farms wiped out. This is the true face of loss and damage. Livelihoods, communities, futures shattered.
I have gone into areas, and when you look around, not one leaf, totally gone by the wind. And that is the most glaring impact as you land in the country, in the area. Nothing on the trees, nothing on the bushes, just bare limbs that you're looking at. And then you see the total destruction, the wood splinters, the debris here and there. But on top of all of that, when you go to the shelters and you see the people, you see the children, all bundled together, looks of despair, don't know where to go.
The establishment of a loss and damage fund to tackle adverse climate change impacts is welcomed, but the current financing is far from sufficient to meet the urgent needs of vulnerable regions. The fund can only fulfill its purpose if pledges are significantly increased. The financing must also be easily accessible so that countries in need can secure support as quickly as possible.
While governments and stakeholders in the region have a role to play in building their own resilience, it's also important to have the international partners and the largest emitters of greenhouse gases within the region being mindful of the just transition, have them play their role in, again, providing the sort of financial and technical resources that are required to increase the resilience of small islands like the Caribbean states.
The global community must act now. Small island nations can't afford to wait.
We are running out of time. We cannot afford to let climate change destroy the lives and livelihoods of Caribbean people. So immediate as well as long-term action is critical, especially over the next 10 to 20 years, because this time is going to be pivotal in shaping the fate or shaping the future for the Caribbean.
Loss and damage financing isn't about charity. It's about fairness and protecting vulnerable countries from the worst impacts of climate change, enabling a future where all nations can thrive.